And we are live. Good morning, everyone. You know what? We are in the middle of one of our weekly routines, and my husband has been fishing yesterday, and you can see right there on the counter the fish that he has caught. He has already processed it, so he is ready to put it in the freezer bags. And I thought I'd bring you along for the journey. This is one of those things that we do, and I don't always share it, but I thought it would be good, especially right now since they're doing Amazon Prime. This could be a good time to let people know if there's some things that you need. So let me make sure that we're all set up just right. It says live. Okay, so he's got two different kind of fish today, and one of them is perch, and then the rest of it is bluegill. So he's already put this one in the bag, and what I try to do is get them nice and flat. And I got my, let me get this back a little bit further. Okay. And then I've got my food saver right here, and I'll just put it in there. And we're gonna vacuum seal it. I want to make sure you can see everything because I do have a tendency to stand right in the way. So this one has just gone through the vacuum sealer, and while I'm doing this piece, he does that. So this is my way of helping him with processing his catch. I have a table that I got him a couple years ago as a gift, and he has that out in the garage, and he cleans the fish out there. And then he will, after he cleans them out there, he brings them into the sink, washes them off, does some other stuff, and then he figures out which ones are going to go into what jars, or rather into what bags. I've been canning, so I'm thinking jars. So here's the first bag that's done. So, and one of the things that I do is I put a little cuff at the top of the bag because I don't want to get my fingers in all of that. And so that just allows him to be able to get them in, get them into the bags. And then I can unroll the cuff and go from there. Do you need more bags? Three more bags. Four more bags, okay. Okay, so I need to cut 4 more bags. I thought I had cut enough. Oh wait, there's some back here on the table. Oh, I did have some extra. I've got 3 back here. So you need 4 more. So with this vacuum sealer, and I'll bring you over closer so that you can see the vacuum sealer then. So I've got 3 already, but I'll need to cut 1 more. So what I do is I measure about how big I want the bag to be, like so. And then just cut that roll off. Then I'm going to just slip that. And just press seal. These have been sealed, but I haven't marked them yet. It's important that you label and date all of your bags. So I'm going to label and date these
Permanent marker.
with a permanent marker. So this one's done. Okay. So let me label and date these, and I'll give him the bag. Get this. Now, one of the things we just discovered this morning is that the electric fillet knife might be going out. So if you're interested in helping us purchase another electric fillet knife, please send us a super chat because those puppies are pricey. And here's the thing. I just got him back for Father's Day, I thought, last year, but he does use it quite a bit. So, again, putting the cuffs in the bags. I just roll it under a little bit like this. So now there's a little cuff. I'll get those marked. Okay. So now I'm going to turn you over back toward the vacuum sealer. Here you go. I'll figure that mark them once we were done. Just so now this is what I do. Let me bring you just a little closer so you can see. So this is the vacuum chamber here. And all I do is just stick that there into the vacuum chamber. Lock it. And you see it sucking the air out right away. Now this is what we do to prepare all of our fish. And sometimes I'll even do this when I bulk buy meat at the grocery store. I will break it down into individual portions or meal-sized portions, and I will vacuum seal it as well. So it's really helpful when I do it that way. And I do vacuum seal other things other than meat, but it is one of the big things that I like to vacuum seal. It just kind of helps preserve them so much longer than the way they come from the grocery store. And then using just like Glad bags and that kind of thing, sometimes you still end up with air in them. So you got a nice little stack going over there for me. You can see him back there. And I tell you what, a vacuum sealer is one of my best tools. So if you're looking for something to pick up during Amazon Prime, this is certainly one of the things you want to get, is a Food Saver vacuum sealer. Now see if I can position you so you can see us both. Barely, but okay. So it looks like we have this many bags left to do. He evidently had a pretty good catch. And just to show you, he skins them and then he fillets them, mostly removes all the bones so that once you fry them up or bake them or whatever you're doing, they're pretty much ready to eat. Now, how long does it take this to vacuum seal? Probably about 10 seconds, I'm thinking. Now, this particular Food Saver is a basic size, fits on the counter, and it will handle gallon-sized bags, quart-sized bags, pint-sized bags. So it handles just about any size bag that you might normally use. And then sometimes after we do this, he'll make fish for breakfast. Now, for those of you that follow me know I'm not eating that, but he loves fish for breakfast. And my mom used to love fish for breakfast, and then our daughter loves catfish for breakfast. So there's that. And these are flour sack towels. These are what we use on the counter to kind of protect the counter. He uses them to mop up the fish, you know, to dry it just a little bit so that it's drier by the time he puts it into the bag. And the thing you want to remember, though, is make sure you always label and date your bags. So. Doing pretty good here. So for those that are out there, let me know, what do you do when you have bulk meat or you buy family size and you need to break it up? How do you manage it? Let me know. Yeah, let me know. And again, like I said, our fillet knife looks like it's on the way out, so we may need another one. So if you're so inclined, I'm going to start asking for some super chats just to kind of help us with that particular project. And we'll see what happens. And let me know, what have you been looking for Prime Day? I've got there's a cutting board, not an electric cutting board, but there's a metal cutting board that I want to get. I've been using plastic cutting boards, and I've been hearing a little bit more about microplastics that gets into your foods. So it's some kind of titanium board, but I'm going to order it today because I think today is the last day of Prime Day. So I want to order that so that I've got something different. And I also need a new spatula, like pancake turner. I need to get another one of those, so I need to get one of those too. So, hey, hon, could you go out on the porch and talk? He's chatting on the phone. Hun, could you go out on the porch and talk? I didn't think we needed to hear the whole conversation, so yeah, there he goes. Now, it's just kind of interesting to me when you look at how people label things. Let me just show you. So these are the bags that I've labeled, and so I always very carefully, I will mark on the little strips that they put on there. These are the bags that he labels. This is the way he likes to label them. Hadn't thought about that. So I'll just have to ask him which style of labeling does he prefer. There's that one. And as you can see, I can move pretty quickly. I can move pretty quickly with this. And it's not too noisy. Like that noise only lasts just a little less than, I don't know, 5 or 6 seconds. And then that's the vacuuming portion of it, and now it's in the sealing portion, and you don't hear the seal, but you can see the seal once it's done, and it does a pretty good job of sealing. Look at that. Seals it pretty good. And then we'll put these in the freezer. So one of the things that he does in the summertime and in the early fall is he will begin to fill the freezer for winter. Now, if you think about it, way back in the day, when we were still pretty much an agricultural society, people worked all spring and summer and fall to put aside food and produce and things like that for the winter. So he will fish and he will begin to fill the freezer for winter. Now, he does use it as we go through the seasons, but the big thing is putting aside some for winter because, of course, he's not going to be fishing at that time. He doesn't ice fish. Now, one of the questions I always get is, what kind of fish is that? And he does what's called pan fishing for the most part. So he likes to fish for bluegill. So these are bluegill here. But we've also got 2 bags of perch. So look at those. So 2 bags of perch, then all the rest of these are bluegill. Okay. And so then these are done. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 11 bags of bluegill, 2 bags of perch. Now these are individually portioned. So since I don't eat fish, we package them up so that they're suitable for 1 person. If we have company, like if my sister comes over or if the kids are here, then he'll get out several bags at one time. So now that I'm done with this, how do I clean up? So one of the things I'll do is, like, when you take a look at this is where any juices or whatever could get sucked in. So I will take this out and I'll take it over to the sink, and I'm going to have to walk around this way to get over to the sink, and I'll bring it over here. These are going to, oh, you can't see me now. Let me turn it around. There we go. So these are going to go in the wash, and then I'm going to give this a good wash. So I will just spray it with a little dishwashing liquid, and I'll give that a good scrub. Just kind of give that a good scrub. I've got a dish towel hanging right here, and I will dry this off with the dish towel. And now this will be ready to put away because I've kept it clean. There's really nothing on here for me to worry about cleaning up other than this. So that I can get this put away. And then I'm going to take these. I'm just going to drop these in this little thing here just to get them out of the way. Because I want to show you how I will clean up the counter. So then I'll this is stuff he's been using. So I will wipe this up like that. Wipe that up where I spilled that water. There's a few fish scales and a few things like that in here. I'll get that rinsed out. There's a little fish tail down here in the sink. Like I got the sun right in your face. Let me move you over just a little bit so you're not right in the sun. Yeah, I think that's a little better. And then I will wipe down the sink and the counter. All the towels, dishcloths, everything that I've used with this session gets put into the laundry. And right now I'm using the Clorox multi-surface cleaner, the Free and Clear. And I have to say, this is not your grandmother's Clorox. It's not the one with the strong bleach smell and all of that. No, it's not. This Clorox is specially formulated without dyes, bleach, or ammonia. It is safe around your kids, around your pets, and food. So you can use it to clean your fridge since it is fragrance free. You're not going to have a bleach smell or anything like that in there. Now, I learned about this from my friend La Sharika at Home. And she would use it. I'm like, you can't use Clorox in the refrigerator. You can't use Clorox in the refrigerator. You can't use Clorox in the refrigerator. All while she's just cleaning away. And then one day I thought, well, let me just check it out. And I checked it out and she was right. This is a new formulation and I love it. Now let me grab some paper towels and another towel. I didn't have any over here. So let me just grab a couple. So I pulled out another dish rag, and I'm going to start over here, and then I'm just going to wipe the sink off, or rather the faucet off, because of course this is where he was handling things when he was renting or whatever, so I'll get all this washed off. Clean this side. And this is just part of my regular routine. Nothing special, but I just thought I would share with you what it is that I do and how I keep things fresh in the Jordan household. So that Clorox spray has set up on the counter for a few seconds. And so now I will get it all wiped down. Just give that a good wipe. And I'll even just wipe this off a little bit. My marker goes in this drawer where it always lives. Now I'll dry this up. Wipe the sink out. And now my area is all cleaned up. And then all I have to do is put my food saver back in the box and back in the pantry. So again, if you were wondering, this is the Clorox Multi-Surface Cleaner Free and Clear, which I'm loving. And this is my food saver that I've been using and loving. And then this was the little tray I cleaned and put back in. And this one I can put in a roll, or I can have my own, I can use pre-measured and pre-cut bags. So let me know what it is that you're looking forward to getting for the last day of Prime Day. Inquiring minds would like to know. And if you're so inclined, we may need to buy a new electric fillet knife, because our Bubba's fillet knife, I'm tongue-tied this morning, our Bubba's fillet knife apparently is on the blink. So this may be the last time we're able to use it. So if you're so inclined, hit us up with a super chat so we can start that collection for that project. And in the meantime, I'm going to get some things put away and I'll move on with the rest of my day. I'll see you next time. Now let me get over here. I had that so far away I couldn't reach it. So let's end.